It's February 5th, 2026, and we're not even close to done here. I did school watch this morning. At this point, I'm really getting into knowing the cars that usually do not drive by. And even the regular lifted pickup trucks that I'm seeing are now giving me a wave as they pass by. The situation on the ground here has not improved. It's still as bad as January, and while there was a stated reduction in agents from about 3,000 down to 2,300 for Operation Metro Storm, we're not seeing any tangible difference here on the number of attacks on our neighbors. This is a clip taken this morning at an apartment building about 3 blocks from where Alex Preddy was murdered. Here we see agents who just smashed through a glass front door around 6 o'clock a.m. this morning, enter a locked apartment building, and a photo of them roaming through the halls, knocking on doors. They're just effectively using domestic terror here. That is what this is. And the worst part? This is just one of, as of 9:32 a.m., so when I first wrote this script down about 20 minutes ago, 115 publicly reported ICE action reports across the U.S. so far this morning, February 5th, 2026. Yesterday's total was about 500 actions across the U.S., but we're on track for more with the rate that they're going on today. So in the news, Tom Homan, Stephen Miller's buddy and replacement for Nazi cosplayer Greg Bovino, tried to make the headline yesterday that they're drawing down the force by 700 agents, which would put us at a reported 2,300 yet in the Twin Cities metro area. That was, for reference, the same amount present for the period from the beginning of January to the day when Renee Good was murdered on January 7th. Significantly, Homan's rhetoric was to blame Minnesotan activists for the number of armed, masked, and totally unaccountable federal agents remaining here, causing terror in our streets. As the Star Tribune reports, he justified those remaining 2,000 plus officers still here as part of Operation Metro Surge as being here until the end of aggression against federal agents by community members. That's fucking straight up domestic abuser talk. I had the privilege of not ever being affected by domestic abuse, but I've seen it happen to people very close to me. And when I say domestic abuse, I'm not necessarily just talking about violence. I'm talking about multiple layered systems of control, financial, societal, and emotional, being exercised against a victim to take away their agency and their voice. That's the closest thing that I can think of to truly describe what Minnesota collectively is going through right now. Financially, most people affected by this are not able to fully focus on it. Most people still have to go to work for 8 to 9 hours a day, even though their sense of safety is shattered, even though they could be scooped from their car on the way to or from work, or to the doctor, or to their school to pick up or drop off their kids. Societally, we're all still expected to go to work, to show that strong front, and almost universally, corporate and business leaders are either in denial, fear, or they are straight up supporting the reprehensible actions of our government because they directly or indirectly profit off of them. Emotionally, Operation Metro Surge is a straight up the most reprehensible and widespread act of domestic terrorism I've ever known to take place in the United States. We are still all in a constant state of heightened vigilance, often ending in hair-trigger reactions even to those who mean us well. The news cycle is quick, and we're not in the headlines consistently anymore. But make no mistake, it is still really fucking bad here. And there is still not an end in sight.